Welcome back to VWDRC's coverage of Bug Jam 2013. And as we go into eliminations, we're going to start off with round one of VW Pro. Two great big smoky burnouts there from Dave Bridge and Jake Fonda. So first round, Dave's going to get the lead over Jake, just over a second difference in there. Jake's going to have to chase him down hard. Coming up to the top end, who's going to reach it first? And that was Dave Bridge reached the start line first, but too quickly with a breakout there, a 12.61 and a 12.65, so Jake advances to the next round. So this is not qualifying anymore, on to eliminations. The winner advances. If you lose, you go home. Oh, it looks like troubles there for Graham on the start line against poor Bargate. Graham Freeman there, he's had a great weekend so far, but the violent launch as the car pulled towards the right, I'm guessing that's some sort of drivetrain issue. So Mario Tower again all the way from Germany, that crazy little turbo polo, up against the fastest car that we saw on the track from the VWDRC this weekend, Paul Jordan. However, we saw some issues from Paul, so he's gone down to two-wheel drive. Still running the 11-second point though. Mario's going to be chasing him down very, very hard. Up towards the top end. Who's going to pip it first? Oh, what an incredible run there from Mario Tao. A 9.59 and a 9.58. So we saw Danny have some problems in qualifying, so he hasn't been able to make that, which is a real shame because he qualified number 3, but an advantage there for Lucy. Doesn't have to race anywhere, she can just pottle down the track, runs a 12.12 on a 11.95. Oh, great wheels up action there from the Volkswagen Track Racing Championship with Stuart Hodgson getting those wheels facing the sky. 11.29 is a dial in, he's just over a second chasing over Paul. Breaks out very slightly there, so we see Paul Jackson advance to the next round. Another single here for Chris Bayliss in the Weekend Warrior car. Mike Henry had some technical issues, hasn't been able to make it to the start line. 12.80 is the dial in, what can we see him show us today? And he goes to the line with a 13.45. Quite a while off of his dial in there, but as you can see, he went on the track on his own, so not too much of a worry for him. So Jacob Bailey being directed into this burnout area there. Ready to hear that his lovely sounds. Nice big smoky burnout there for Jacob. Up against Richard Merriam in the Mesmerised Beetle, one of the best looking cars that you will see go down the track. Just 1/10 of a second between the two. It is a very close race to the finish line. Is it going to be Richard or Jacob? Both very experienced racers. Oh, Richard just breaks out. Very lucky there for Jacob Bailey. Quite a way off of his start in. And the last person we're going to see in VW Pro today in the first round of eliminations is Patrick Atwood. No show there for James Hodgson, last year's champion. Bit of a shame, but Matt goes through there with a great time. Who's he going to face with the next round? We will see shortly as we go into VW Sportsman. So there's a nice shot of WRP paint and restoration logo as we go on to an advert for them. Steve Hughes' car, the Herbie looking Beetle, was painted by Bruce at WRP early on in the year. Great looking car. Up against Lynn Devlin in a V5 Mark IV Golf. Just a second and a half between the two. Steve's going to be chasing up the V5 stuff, kicking in towards the top end. And Steve Pugh advances to the next round. Great run there from Steve. A 16.4 and a 16.1. So rookie for the year, racing the current reigning champion, Dean Catwood. Dean Catwood will be always putting in a great show for us. Start 15.41. We'll be chasing Adrian down towards the top end. Who's going to reach it first? Very experienced racer we have in Dean. But Adrian showed some promise so far in the season. And a great run there for Adrian London, the 69 and a 68, leading through into the next round. So Andy Bose there in the Mark 3 GTI against Richard Jones. Oh, we see Richard go red on the tree, as you see there. Just left the line before the green light, means it's an automatic disqualification there for Rich Jones, and Andy Bose can cruise through to the second round. So one of the most experienced racers in the VW Drag Racing Club in the right hand there with Martin Ayrton and Scirocco. We've seen Martin around for about 11 years now, I think. Always a contender, very consistent, very strong. He's going to be chasing Paul up to the finish line. We saw Paul already take a win this season at Big Bang, so can he do it again? Is it going to be... Oh, great run from both racers, but Martin just picked him at the top end. Paul is a bit closer to his dial-in, so that makes me think that Martin would have pulled a much better reaction time, which sort of drive around Paul for the top end win. Graham White has some technical issues, hasn't been able to make the first round of elimination, so we can see Ross Page just finishing up to the finish line there. So another championship contender this season, Jason Onslow in the quick release Beetle, 15.55 for him. We know Jason is a master of the tree this season. Reaction times have been .0s time after time, and we're going to see him go through to the second round. We're going to see Abby progressing, coming up towards the top end. It's going to be close, but Jason just manages to pivot at the top end. So Lee Malin making it through to the second round in his first event with the VW Drag Racing Club. 1890 is the dial-in as he walks up towards top end. It looks like he may have had some issues, always just taking it slowly because it runs through a 27-second pass. Two very evenly matched cars here when it comes down to dial-ins, but not so even when you look at them in the first perspective. Matt Bennett's times Derby dials in the 17.45 against Ian Dale in the 17.70. Ian seemed to take a much better reaction off the tree, and therefore we see him take Matt Bennett's time at the top end. So a long wait on the line here for James London. As you can see with bracket racing, you guess what you're going to run, you dial that in, and then the difference will be seen on the start line. As you can see, James had to wait on the line for 5 seconds there while Paul drives away from him. Is he going to be chasing him down very hard? Is he going to catch him at the top end? It's very close between the two. Is he? Oh yes, great run there for James, and we're lucky enough to get an on-board view of him here. So as you can see, you're itching to pull away as you see your contestant driving away from you. And that little 1.3 turbo Polo is going to be chasing. As you can see, he's pulling him in, reeling him in, come up to the line. It was literally inches between the two. What a great run. And the final race of round one eliminations, Luke Stevenson versus Polly Judge. Luke's currently sitting top of the championship, so he's going to want to be progressing right now. But last year we see Polly take the win at Bucksham. So it's going to be very close between the two great races here. Coming up to the top end, 2 VR6s on the track together as well. Oh, and we see Luke break out. Very unlucky for him there. He's going to be gutted because this will really hinder his championship contest. So on to round 2 of eliminations at Bug Jam, and we're back with VW Pro. Jacob Bailey in his R32 powered Jetta in the left-hand lane, third in the championship, but I think if he wins this round it would take him to second, jumping over the top of last year's champion, James Hodson. Looks like Danny has some problems at the start line then, so it should be a simple win for Jacob. Coming up to the finish line, and it is 3 seconds off the balance. Danny Hymas, Jacob Bailey walks away with the victory. So Jake Fonda in his Mark 2 VR6 Turbo Golf. We have a supercharger in the right lane in the form of a RV8 powered fastback driven by Matt Atwood, currently number 1 in the championship. Wheels up from Matt, as always. We love to see that action on the track. He's going to be started to pull away, the turbo's been kicking in, but Jake though has been close at the top end, not much between them at all. Matt's on the limiter and he goes through the win, 11.44. So the yellow shot was through my Paul, the Legend Bargate, 12.49 is Darling, half a second head start over Lucy, front wheels in the air as always for Lucy. She's going to be chasing them down hard. Towards the top end, it's going to be close, but I think Paul is pulling away a little bit, and yeah, he takes a victory of 12.73. Great run there from Paul. So back with VW Sportsman for the second round of eliminations. There's our sponsor Bandy Creative Design. Thanks for Bandy for all of their support through this season. Ross Page versus Justin Mornington, rookie versus rookie. Just under 2 second head start to Justin there. It looked like he had a great reaction, but Ross has also had a good reaction there too. Towards the top end, it's going to be close. Both done very well on their first years, out qualified. Wow. Oh, what a great race. 1,000th of a second between the two there. Congratulations, Justin. We'll see you into round 3. So anyone that knows the VWDRC would know that Andy Vos is the crew chief for Luke Stevenson's major Lucky Mark 2 golf. But we're surprise exits for Luke in the first round, so we're hoping he'll be crewing on Andy now. Coming up to the top end, Martin Ayrton's experience, Owen's experience, looks like he's taking him to the round 3. So Jason Onslow's Beetle versus Polly Judge's Corrado. VR says Corrado. The Beetle's going to pull away really hard in the first half of the car. Acceleration is much better than that Corrado, grip-wise, but then towards the top end speed, well, Polly's really going to show, so it's going to be a very close top. And we can see Jason just taking the victory. Another championship contender going further. And here's the man that is very hot on his heels, Adrian London. Adrian qualified well this weekend in the first round of eliminations, but then took a great run with a 69 and a 68. Can he do the same thing again? He looks to drive around Lee Maiden in the Baja. Yes, he can. There's Steve Pugh in the Herbie Beetles, we chasing down Ian Dale in the Bora. As mentioned earlier, great picture from Steve Pugh's car, the WRP Paint and Restoration 2013 sponsor. And Ian Dale takes the win. Congratulations, Ian. So on board now with Frances Herbert as she edges her way into stage. We get James London in that crazy little beige beast polo. Set just over a second between the two. It's going to be a very close race here. Oh, as we go past the light there, listen to the red light on the tree there on James London's side. It would have been such a close race. James London, even in the picture, it would have been so close. But Frances, after that red light, this coast of a comfortable victory of 14.96. So pre-elimination point standings look like this. Matt Atwood in first, James Hodden in second, Jacob Bailey in third. We saw James and Richard eliminated in the first round, so it looks like Jacob's going to be hunting for second place now. While the very close contested Sportsman, we saw the top 3 already eliminated. So Jason Onslow and Adrian London have a really good opportunity to get some great position in the championship.